In the heart of Europe, beyond the grandeur of St. Peter's Basilica, beyond Lourdes, Fatima, and Santiago de Compostela, lies another world. Sacred, secret, and almost forgotten. These are places you won't find in glossy tour brochures. These are shrines known not by fame, but by faith. For centuries, pilgrims whispered their way through mountain paths, through forests, through silent monasteries and weathered chapels, because something holy was hidden there, something powerful, something beautiful. And though history has tried to bury them beneath modernity, these sites remain, quietly pulsing with divine grace. In this special documentary, we'll take you through 7 hidden Catholic pilgrimage sites in Europe that you've likely never heard of, but once you do, you may never forget. These places are not just about where you go. They're about how you return, changed. Whether you're seeking healing, answers, or simply a deeper sense of the sacred, these lesser-known places of pilgrimage may offer exactly what your soul has been longing for. Stay with us till the end, because one of these hidden gems just might be calling you. Let's begin. 7. Sanctuary of Our Lady of Covadonga, Asturias, Spain. Tucked deep into the Picos de Europa mountains in northern Spain lies a small sanctuary, carved into a cave, nestled beside a cascading waterfall, and bathed in an almost supernatural peace. This is Covadonga, the cradle of Christian Spain, and one of the most mystical Marian shrines in Europe. Legend says the Virgin Mary appeared here to Don Pelayo, a Christian nobleman, before he led a miraculous victory over Muslim forces in the 8th century, the first spark of the long Reconquista. A chapel was soon built into the cave to honor Our Lady of Covadonga, and over the centuries, it has drawn pilgrims from across Iberia and beyond. But what makes Covadonga so powerful isn't just its history. It's the sense of stillness, the way the light hits the cave, the echo of prayers against the rock, the flickering candles offered not by tourists, but by true believers. There are no crowds here, no loudspeakers, just you, the sound of water, and the whisper of grace. Pilgrims often say they come to Covadonga with burdens, and leave with peace. This is not a place that shouts. It's a place that heals. 6. Abbey of St. Maurice Valais, Switzerland. Hidden in a quiet alpine valley along the Rhone River lies one of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited monasteries, the Abbey of St. Maurice. Founded in the year 515 AD, this Swiss treasure has been a site of prayer, contemplation, and martyrdom for over 1,500 years. The abbey is dedicated to St. Maurice, a Roman legionary who, along with his companions, refused to renounce his Christian faith and was executed for it. His witness became the cornerstone of this monastic site, and pilgrims have visited ever since to pray near his relics. Though modest in scale, the abbey radiates peace. A winding road takes you there, far from major cities, far from distractions. Inside, you'll find Romanesque columns, medieval frescoes, and an unbroken rhythm of prayer. The monks of St. Maurice live a quiet life of ora et labora, prayer and work, and welcome pilgrims who seek silence and renewal. The abbey doesn't boast miracles or visions. Its power lies in endurance. If your heart longs for spiritual stillness and a connection with the early martyrs of the Church, then the Abbey of St. Maurice may be the sacred pause your soul needs. 5. Shrine of Our Lady of Montserrat, Catalonia, Spain. Rising from jagged rock formations like fingers reaching toward heaven, the Shrine of Our Lady of Montserrat is one of Spain's most awe-inspiring, yet often overlooked pilgrimage destinations. Perched high in the mountains outside Barcelona, this Benedictine monastery and Marian shrine has drawn the faithful since the 9th century. At its heart is the statue of the Black Madonna, known as La Morenita, a mysterious and beloved image of Mary holding the child Jesus. Legends say the statue was discovered in a cave by shepherds after a celestial light led them to it. And to this day, pilgrims wait in long, reverent lines to kneel before her. The setting itself feels sacred. Surreal rock towers, sweeping views of Catalonia, and clouds that seem to kiss the earth. Monks still live here, chanting the divine office and offering hospitality to travelers. For many, Montserrat is not just a spiritual stop. It's a moment of awe, a chance to breathe thinner air, to feel closer to heaven. Here, Mary is not just Queen of Heaven. She is the mountain, solid, silent, strong. Come to Montserrat, and you may leave with your burdens lifted, and your spirit lifted higher still. 4. Shrine of Our Lady of Walsingham, Norfolk, England. In a quiet village in the English countryside lies one of the oldest Marian shrines in Europe, the Shrine of Our Lady of Walsingham. Sometimes called England's Nazareth, this sacred place dates back to 1061, when the Virgin Mary is said to have appeared to a noblewoman named Richeldes de Favoriches and asked her to build a replica of the Holy House of Nazareth. For centuries, Walsingham was one of the most important pilgrimage sites in all of Christendom. Kings walked here, saints prayed here, miracles were recorded, and then, in the chaos of the Reformation, it was nearly erased. But the memory could not be destroyed. In the 20th century, both Catholic and Anglican communities began restoring the shrine. Today, thousands walk the Holy Mile each year to pray at the Slipper Chapel, visit the Holy House, and entrust their lives to Mary. Walsingham is not grand, but it is deeply moving. It is a place of reconciliation, where England's Catholic past meets its present with humility and hope. If you've ever felt far from home, Walsingham whispers, you've been expected. 3. Chapel of the Holy Cross, Kotar, Montenegro. Nestled high in the rugged cliffs overlooking the Bay of Kotar, the Chapel of the Holy Cross stands as a lonely sentinel of Catholic devotion in the Balkans. Few tourists know it exists, and even fewer make the climb. But for those who do, the reward is more than just the view. According to legend, this chapel was built in the 15th century by local sailors who survived a violent storm at sea. They promised God they would build a church on the highest point they could see when they returned safely, and so they did. Today, the steep hike to reach the chapel is not easy. Pilgrims follow ancient stone paths that wind past olive trees, crumbling fortresses, and sacred silence. There is no road, no gift shop, just the wind, your breath, and the sound of your footsteps in prayer. Inside, the chapel is simple: whitewashed walls, a small crucifix, candle or two. But for many, it's here, in this hidden place, far above the noise of the world, that they feel God most clearly. If you seek solitude, sacrifice, and sky, the Chapel of the Holy Cross is calling. 2. Church of St. John at Kanio Ohrid, North Macedonia. Perched like a guardian above the calm, ancient waters of Lake Ohrid, the Church of St. John at Kanio is one of the most beautiful and often forgotten Catholic pilgrimage spots in southeastern Europe. Built in the 13th century, this small stone church overlooks cliffs that drop straight into crystal-clear waters and offers one of the most breathtaking panoramas in all of the Balkans. But beyond its scenic beauty lies something more powerful, a sacred energy that pilgrims have felt for centuries. While today it serves as an Eastern Catholic and Orthodox site, its deep devotion to the Apostle John and its centuries of Catholic presence make it a hidden jewel for those on a spiritual journey. Inside the church are traces of ancient frescoes, some faded, some haunting. Many come to pray in silence, feeling the pull of both earth and eternity. Outside, the sound of wind over water blends with the soft toll of distant bells. To reach it, pilgrims walk a winding cobbled path through flowering trees and old village homes, emerging finally onto a rocky outcrop where lake and heaven seem to meet. It is a place of beauty, place of memory, and a place where your soul may whisper, I was meant to find this. 1. Sanctuary of Madonna della Corona, Verona, Italy. Built into the face of a cliff nearly 2,500 feet above sea level, the Sanctuary of Madonna della Corona appears as if suspended between heaven and earth. Hidden in the mountains near Lake Garda in northern Italy, it is one of the most astonishing and least known Catholic pilgrimage sites in Europe. The sanctuary dates back to the 16th century, though hermits had sought refuge in the caves here for centuries before. Legend holds that the statue of the Virgin Mary arrived here miraculously, carried by angels from the Holy Land during a time of war. To reach the sanctuary, pilgrims descend hundreds of stone steps carved into the rock. The descent is physical, but also spiritual, each step a letting go of the world above. The church itself clings to the cliffside, its walls part of the mountain, Inside, it is silent, dim, holy. Thousands come each year to seek healing, forgiveness, and strength. Many leave notes and prayers in the crevices of the rock, private cries of the heart etched into stone. If you seek awe, surrender, and the sense that heaven is closer than you imagined, Madonna della Corona awaits. As we bring this journey to a close, take a moment to reflect. These sacred places, though small, hidden, and sometimes forgotten by the world, remain alive with grace. They are not tourist stops. They are spiritual thresholds. What unites all of them is not their fame, but their faith. Each one stands as a quiet reminder that the Catholic Church is not only in grand cathedrals and ancient capitals. It lives in cliffs, caves, valleys, and windswept shores. It lives in candles lit by trembling hands, in whispered prayers, in footsteps taken in silence. Maybe one of these places has spoken to you today. Maybe in a whisper it called your name. So now the question is, will you go? Not just to travel, but to truly arrive. Let us never forget, the holiest journeys often begin not with a ticket, but with a desire. And if this video inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe. Someone else may be waiting to hear this message. Until next time, may your path be blessed, and may your soul always find its way home. Peace be with you.